The J4Joy International Boxing Tournament was held at the Steve Tshwete Banquet Hall in Middelburg and Mpumalanga this weekend. There were 4 title fights on offer and 10 South African boxing legends were honoured for their contribution in the sport. Our reporter Mduduzi Ndlovu caught up with Boxing South Africa and legendary boxer Piet Bergman.
I will start with you, Mr. CEO. What does it mean when you see such happening to the legends of the yesteryear, whom we know were hoisting our flag sky high?
No, isiZulu sithi indlela ibuza kwabaphambili. So which means if you want to be successful, you need to make sure that you take advice from your father or the elders that have walked the journey before you. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that the younger generation can see, because for instance we are lucky, there are still some legends that are still living. Baba Tingan Tobela, Baba next to me, Shuka Boy Malinga, the list goes on. So you want to make sure that each generation that is here today can still go and tap into your wisdom. Oh, Baba Laba, Agatebe Konawi boxing. For instance, when you go back, or if you go to any mall in South Africa, you just ask them about boxing. They will tell you about Baby Jack Matlala, Shuka Boy Malinga. So it means the generation is still active in the minds of the community, the citizen and society in South Africa. Therefore, we have to honor them as Boxing South Africa, recognize and acknowledge the role they play to put boxing where it was back then. Hence why we have to take it back to this former glory.
I like it, Mr. CEO, that you are the one who was saying that there are all, still today people are talking about our legends. The likes of Mr. Bergman here, Mr. Tobela, the late Baby Jack Matlala and others. What can be done so that this generation can talk about people they know here and now?
There's a program that talks to sport for development, that talks about the contribution of boxing in the development of a society, of a nation. That will then include what I spoke about on Thursday, making sure that we bring back the sponsors or the corporate that were funding boxing or that were supporting boxing back then. For instance, you're going to have a SA title. Does it have a price for now? No. But if you can put a price to the SA national title, then these boxers, whenever they have to fight, everyone would want to have that title. Everyone would be desire to have an SA champion.
We are giving flowers to our legends while they are still alive. Mr. Bergman, you were honored. And what does this mean to you to be just honored for all the hard work you put out there over the years?
Well, all I can say, I'm very grateful for J4Joy for what they've been doing. It inspires us to work with the generation and improve boxing in South Africa. It tells us that my family must not come and get an honorable things after I passed on, and then only be honored while we're alive. Why can they not make us get whatever we must get while we're alive? And I'm grateful that this has come up and doing. All I can say is that we boxing legends, we will make sure that we work with PSA, we work with the CEO and see how we can help and assist in improving boxing.
I was going to that point, Mr. Bergman, on how can legends like you and your colleagues help in uplifting the sport and taking it back to the glorious years.
We will sit down with our CEO and discuss, and we'll get points and everything done, because we need to make sure that boxing is not dead. Boxing must be alive and kicking, and there is very good boxers out there.
From what we've just witnessed from the international boxing tournament being staged in Middelburg, What can you say? What to take?
Very good idea. Joburg has always been the cherry on the top. I'm very grateful from Mpumalanga to also host a tournament like this, to have a South African title, international and a world championship. That is good. That is also improving and expanding our provinces in boxing and making sure that there can be quality in boxing itself.
Stolle is the CEO of Boxing South Africa, and Mr. Bergman, Piet Bergman, is a legend of boxing in South Africa. Thank you so much for your time, gentlemen.